Hurricane Brian path violent weather bomb to smash into UK from tonight. Powerful gales threaten to tear down power lines and topple trees as the violent weather bomb smashes the UK. Met Eireann last night confirmed Brian will be the second named homegrown storm of the season. It follows Aileen, which hit last month, and differs from Ophelia's assault earlier this week in not originating from the tropics. Its impacts are feared to exceed Monday's storm, with the center of the cyclone poised to sweep directly across Britain. The UK Met Office has extended a severe weather warning for wind on Saturday across a swathe of the country. Gales of 50 to 60 miles per hour will lash southern and western regions, with 80 miles per hour gusts threatening exposed spots. Powerful winds will clash with high tides hurling monster waves over defenses, triggering coastal flooding. Wind and rain is forecast through Sunday and into next week, with no immediate end in sight to the foul weather. Met Office forecaster Emma Sharples said, "A very deep area of low pressure will arrive on Friday night, with winds picking up through the evening, particularly across Wales and the southwest. By dawn on Saturday, the center of the low will be over Ireland, but winds will ramp up across the UK, with gusts of 50 miles per hour inland and 70 miles per hour along the coasts. These will affect regions slightly further north than we initially thought, and so the weather warning area has been adjusted accordingly. We expect strong winds through Saturday, and Sunday is again looking breezy and quite unsettled across the UK." Another deep area of low pressure is developing in the Atlantic into the start of next week, and this will push across the UK, bringing further wind and rain. The Environment Agency issued flood alerts around the southwest as winds started to whip up. A spokesman said people are advised to stay away from risk areas and take care next to the coast. Keep up to date with weather and tide conditions on local radio. Sarah Thornton, forecaster for Weather Trending, warned Britain is squarely in the firing line of a violent autumn assault. Brian threatens worse carnage than Ophelia, which killed 3 people and left a trail of destruction across Ireland and the UK, she added. She said Brian is set to slam into southwest England on Saturday morning and could cause greater disruption to the UK than Ophelia, which focused most of its destructive power on Ireland. While Brian didn't originate in the tropics and so can't claim the honor of being a former hurricane, it is a deep depression that is exploding into life like a bomb. Such weather bombs are not uncommon, but this one will come armed with 70 miles per hour winds and a barrage of heavy rain, and unlike Ophelia, which gave the UK a glancing blow and focused its ire on Ireland, Brian is heading straight towards us. It once more puts the British Isles squarely in the firing line of some very windy and wet weather. Brian will sweep across the Atlantic today, strengthening through a so-called explosive cyclogenesis. The term describes the central pressure of a storm plunging by 24 millibars or more over 24 hours, and allows the term weather bomb. Eleanor Bell, forecaster for the weather company, said, "We are looking at a big area of low pressure arriving on Friday. It will reach western England and Wales on Friday night, and as well as wind we could see 20 to 30 millimeters 1.2 inches of rain over Wales by midday. The main feature, though, is the wind across the UK on Friday evening and during Saturday, and we expect these to reach 40 to 50 miles per hour, with gusts of 70 miles per hour along coasts and perhaps 80 miles per hour in very exposed regions. Through the early hours of Sunday there could be further gusts across the northwest. Winds will then die down through the day." Met Office chief forecaster Dan Surya added, "An intense low-pressure system is expected to bring a swathe of strong winds over southwestern areas early on Saturday, these steadily transferring east through the morning and early afternoon. The winds, initially southwesterly, will gradually turn westerly later, whilst also slowly easing. Gusts exceeding 50 miles per hour are expected widely within the warning area, with gusts of around 70 miles per hour along exposed coastal areas. These are expected to coincide with high tides, leading to locally dangerous conditions around the coast. This warning has been updated to now include coastal parts of northwest England and has also been extended further north over central England. While winds are not expected to be as strong as those unleashed by Ophelia on Monday, a wider region of the UK is this time in the firing line.